as early as possible. I thought maybe it may be tomorrow or the days after. Guess what? Blessed Geza has decided to come back and he would be addressing the nation today at the usual time, that is 20:30. But this time around, it may be extraordinary, taking into consideration that he is doing so barely 2 days after actually carrying another update to the nation. And this comes as the tensions as well as temperatures are heightening in Zimbabwe. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, guess what? You become the very first one to watch us. So Blessed Geza is anticipated to update the people of Zimbabwe. It's a matter of just few minutes from now at exactly 20:30, that is 8:30. Blessed Geza would be addressing the people of Zimbabwe. We will try to actually bring that address to you live, but at the moment is most actually zero in to what we expect Blessed Geza to speak this time around. It's barely 2 days. It shows that there is something very important, very significant that Blessed Geza has to update to the nation. Is it the time for the decisive action to be taken against Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa? Is it the time for the arrest to be effected against Zikanandas? I think it will get clearer and clearer at exactly 20:30. But what I know Blessed Geza may actually seek to address, you know that in the midst of this, its internal fight within ZANU PF, in the midst and at the center of this is control of information. Information is also a warfare. There is a lot of information that is coming left, right, and center. And I think Blessed Geza is coming through to actually make sure that he plays that role properly at this very crucial time. You saw even Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, I think in the late afternoon, we had the details from Blessed Geza of Themba Mliswa, who has been actually bribed by Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, most probably doing so because of understanding that the dissemination of information at this very crucial time, it is an utmost a very, very important strategy to do so. Blessed Geza would be controlling the narrative. I have seen also Mnangagwa appears to be defiant to retired General Chiwenga orders. He appears to be actually going right whilst indicating left. And I think that is what has been realized by the Chiwenga faction. Definitely a lot of issues being addressed by actually retired General Chiwenga. They seem to have landed on the deaf ear of Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, and true to what I have always said all the time, that the demise of Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa would be because of his miscalculations. So definitely we will hear more about what transpired during the day. Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, in an attempt to work on his PR, we saw him actually donating about 30 cars to Central Committee members. Those cars branded the face of Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, as well as some logos of ZANU PF. And this on its own, they saw that Chiwenga meant business. But in an attempt to pretend as if they hate him, what did they do? They now bring these cars that were given to Central Committee members, apart from being bribes. Remember that these cars may be coming from Gudawashe Takwirei, But after the Politburo that transpired, Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa understand that the temperatures are very, very high. So in an attempt to cool down, now they are printing those cars to be given again to individual Central Committee members. This is a bribe, taking into consideration that there is a ZANU PF conference that is due. So Blessed Geza would be talking about such issues, and most probably they are developments are following the escalation of the conflict within ZANU PF that Blessed Geza wants to assure the nation of. He would be talking about what Chiwenga definitely did because there is seemingly a plot by the Mnangagwa faction realizing that information was leaked. They thought that it was going to stay indoors, but realizing that information has been leaked. I've seen the ex-trolls of Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa trying to actually render the information that is outside now that has been actually circulated as false information. So Blessed Geza, as I think a commanding officer of the retired General Chiwenga faction, he is seeking to come back and actually assure the nation of what transpired during the ZANU PF actually Politburo, as well as the ZANU PF Central Committee meeting. Will he give actually an insight into what? I don't think he will change the script in terms of giving the insight of what they intend to do following what the Mnangagwa faction has done so far. He will play his cards by his chest. Most probably, after making a public address, they may not take him seriously, and that will work towards the advantage of the faction of retired General Chiwenga in some way, because you can see that Mnangagwa is being caught by surprise. They never expected what eventually transpired during the Politburo meeting. They thought that everything was going well as far as the conference. If you listened to the remarks that he made before that meeting, the meeting was supposed to focus on the preparations for the conference. Most probably here the reports from the ministries, obviously those reports praising Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, and most probably some of the bootlickers of Mnangagwa coming through to actually call him to remain as the president, as if they are backing him. That is what they expected to play, but it turned out to be the other way around. So Blessed Geza coming back again, he wants to actually set the record straight. The record has to be set straight. Some of the things that we have said on these platforms, they have actually to be the people of Zimbabwe have to actually hear from the horse's mouth. Blessed, you cannot disassociate. I think now it's becoming clearer and clearer that you cannot disassociate Blessed Geza as well as retired General Chiwenga. These are two, they are working together, they speak the same language, they have the same interest as far as ZANU PF succession is concerned. And he is definitely some form of a command office of the retired General Chiwenga faction. And also it's an indication that there is no going back into the conflict, which in my view have escalated within ZANU PF. It's going to be the longest night going into tomorrow. It's going to be longest days from now up to the ZANU PF conference. If it is allowed to go beyond the ZANU PF conference, the tension will continue until the last moments of Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. I think it's just like a girlfriend who is playing hard to get, but definitely the man has overstayed his time. I'm sure he is sensing it, but he would not actually consider that, especially to his lieutenants who do not care to actually notice that things are not moving according to their plans, or in simple terms, they are losing the Berkeley altogether. So Blessed Geza is coming to actually set the record straight about what transpired, most probably give us new information regarding to success ZANU PF succession actually matter, which is an ongoing process as we are speaking at the moment. There is a lot that is being done, and also the address by Blessed Geza will give us a clear picture of where we are going tonight and the days to come, and most probably the months to come, if the God's time for the man to pack his and go hasn't come. But I must tell you, he is already going. It's becoming clearer and clearer. Try to fight this, the more actually they are exposed how foolish they are. So Blessed Geza coming through at 2030. Expect us to broadcast that live on this channel, and also what I may do, I may come soon after Blessed Geza gives us the public address to give my input and insights into whatever he would have spoken. Definitely extraordinary times ahead of us, and very, very highly unpredictable, and temperatures rising, and the future becoming uncertain, especially for the other faction. Let me reserve my voice for now and actually ask you to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time come through, you become the very first one to watch us. Also, do remember you can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send our stars. Also, don't forget to press the subscribe button so that when I come through very soon, you become the very first one to watch us. Let